Introducing Mike's Hard Lemonade Seltzer with 100 calories and 1 gram of sugar. Nobody makes lemonade like Mike's.
We're inside the Collins Center at the Ohio University Ironton campus. I'm Dan Ramey, and we have with us Sarah
Redoutey.
Want to make sure we get it correct. And Sarah, we're here today preparing for a conference that will take place for 2 days for GRIT. For people who don't know what GRIT is, tell us what it stands for and what your purpose is.
GRIT stands for Growing Rural Independence Together. And it is a community collaborative that involves people from all different sectors. The goal is to end poverty by making meaningful connections in the workforce sector.
And we have seen this start to take hold. Our first introduction to it was through Western schools in Western Pike County, which is an impoverished area. And there's many impoverished areas here in Southern Ohio. And this is a way of networking the right connections, it seems, educationally, but also from the workforce area, and really bringing everybody together to make something work.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have folks from the business and economic development side here with us tomorrow and the next day, and we'll have the school systems here with us. We'll have local community members from service agencies and the like, and all of those people working together really can make a big impact. So that's the goal of GRIT, is to collab on the workforce sector and try and reduce poverty through those networks.
One of the big cheerleaders for you has been Brock Brewster at Western Schools, and what we have seen through GRIT funds, they have a building now where they're starting to do education outside of the high school sector. For many of the folks who went to school but didn't get a diploma, they can get that now. And even college courses for seniors in high school. Yeah,
that is a brand new space that's actually grand opening is on March 4th. I'm really excited for the Pike region. And that is just one example of the good things GRIT's doing. We have some other programs like that regionally. We also do work with adults with barriers. So we're not just focused on the high school folks, but adults definitely are needing our services, and we're here to help.
Yeah. Now, you are based here, you're personally in Southern Ohio,
Yep.
Out of the Portsmouth area. You've worked with a lot of the counties, and it's really started to spread, hasn't it?
Yes, we now have 32 counties in the Appalachian region in Ohio that GRIT is covering. So that is rolling out through the rolling hills. So we're just getting started in some of those areas, but you should start seeing the GRIT logo and the GRIT name pop up all across the Appalachian region.
What has been attractive about GRIT for people who've gotten involved with it?
Well, I think personally, there is just so much that can be offered through GRIT. It's not only an assessment and a coaching tool at the high school, but it's connections to internships and certifications and really thinking through problems and barriers for students and adults, and how to overcome those barriers and how to make the right connections. We don't want to repeat or redo the work that other agencies are doing. We want to work with them, and we want to make sure everyone knows the resources that are in the communities and build stronger communities together.
And I think it's been probably one of the big stumbling blocks in the growth of this is just there are some agencies that are like, well, we're kind of doing our own thing, but when they start to see how working together with you can progress what needs to be done, I'm sure that has to be, hey, we want to be on board with this.
Yes, I think that as agencies see what we are capable of and all the good work we're doing, that more and more people are coming to the table. And that's very evident because our conference is beyond our 200 mark for our goal for this week. So there are a lot of people coming to learn about GRIT, to see how they can partner. And every day we get calls and emails about how they can partner with us and become a part of GRIT.
For people who want to get involved, obviously, if you can make it to the conference, that's one way of doing it. But if they're seeing this after the conference is done, what can they do?
Our website's a great resource, GRIT, Ohio spelled out, .org, and that will put you in touch with the people that you need to get in touch with if you don't know your local person. The great thing about the GRIT project is we've got contacts in each of the counties. So no matter which county of your 32 counties, there's somebody that's covering that county and can be there to answer questions and tell you who's at the table already and welcome you with opening arms so that you can come in and join the program.
When you meet with friends and they've got questions about what you're doing now, how do you explain to them what GRIT is?
That's a great question because it comes up a lot. People are seeing and hearing GRIT, the word GRIT, come up a lot. So I work in the workforce sector, and that usually kind of starts ringing bells with, other agencies like Ohio Means Jobs and Community Actions and things like that, really working to help people get into careers or better their careers. And we do that through a variety of ways. So the internships, we do job shadowing, we work with schools on their career programs, we work with the higher ed institutes to do programming in the summers. There's a long list of what we do. So I just, usually when I chat with people, give them a little bit of a spiel and then they start asking more questions more specifically, and then, we just roll from there.
What do you want to see accomplished during this conference?
Oh, wow. I want everything to run smoothly because I've helped do the operation side of things. But I think that if people come, they get a better understanding of what GRIT is. If they get to network, they get to hear some really great keynote speakers, and they walk away with a little bit of better knowledge of what we are and what we do and how they can be a part of it. I think that's my biggest goal.
And there will be some video available online that people will be able to see later if they miss the conference, right?
Yes, there will be some video available later. If you miss the conference, definitely check out the website. We'll have handout information on there. Connections to all of our speakers will be on there. That website will stay up. So people can check out the website to get that information. 200 people for our region is a really great number, and we've surpassed that. So really thankful for everybody that's taking the time to come and travel and be here in person together.
Sometimes that's because there's free food, but let's hope it's food for knowledge.
Yes, exactly. I like that. Food for knowledge.
Sarah, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.